Too soon?
Yankee fans, it's that nature. I have a scoop on what, the GOAT was doing other than watching his NASCAR team win at Talladega.
All right, I got it backwards. They started almost the first six. Then they went to Swayman. But at least I got the names right.
Pardon me.
West never boo anybody.
No, we don't boo.
I don't know why you would say that. Sure, of course they boo. In this particular case, I don't understand why you can't boo somebody from the home team. I don't understand why that is written.
It's
fact of the matter is
tacky.
that whoever booed Aaron Judge, who was a Yankee fan, didn't boo him viciously at all. Booed him as a motivational tool is my theory.
Sure.
Probably saying something like this. Look, you're batting 174 right now. You got 31 strikeouts in the 24 games that we have played. You got just 3 home runs. You had 4 strikeouts on the day that we booed. You can do better than this. You know this. We know you can do better than this. And Judge said as much. This is the essence of sports, is what have you done for me lately? The boos will dissipate. Get a couple of hits. Get a couple of hits.
Everybody doesn't do that. Everybody doesn't boo.
I'm going to produce a tape of people booing Ernie Banks. I'm going to send it to your house.
No, you're not. You got nothing.
Here we go. You covered Michael Jordan. You covered Michael Jordan winning in basketball for so many years.
Yeah.
How did it feel to watch his team win at Talladega?
It was so cool, Tony. I'm in a studio yesterday in LA, of course, doing the NBA games, and we've got 100 TVs on. And I made sure we could watch this because I knew that Michael Jordan was at Talladega. He wasn't watching playoff games, but this thrills him. Let me just say a source close to Michael Jordan tells me that Jordan can't control anything with basketball anymore. He can't. And it drives his blood pressure up and it makes him crazy. And he doesn't want to scream at the TV, which is what he does. So he's there. He's with his NASCAR team. And he watched Tyler Reddick win the 45 car. The 45 car looked like a Jordan shoe. I forget which model. And so Bubba, didn't win, but he's won with Bubba before in the 23 car. It's thrilling for me to watch it. I know it's got to be for him. I mean, he's able to do this thing that he was not able to do really as an owner in the NBA, but he's doing it as an owner in NASCAR, which is near and dear. Great for him. Great for Michael.
Yeah, this question is obviously geared specifically to you because you watched Talladega. I did not. I watched some golf. I watched some basketball.
You didn't stop at Talladega. I called you. I thought you might.
I didn't even know. Pause. You did not. I didn't even know that the race was on. But I'm happy for Michael Jordan. Look, you and I watched Joe Gibbs win 3 Super Bowls as a coach, and his heart was always in NASCAR.
Yes.
Michael Jordan grew up in North Carolina. His heart is in NASCAR. Brad Daugherty grew up in North Carolina. His heart is in NASCAR. I understand that. Yeah. I don't believe that a NASCAR win is the equal of 6 NBA championships. But I wonder if Michael Jordan would trade a couple of those championships to win at Daytona. I would trade most of my Emmys, and I would trade all of your Emmys to win a Pulitzer, and I'm never going to win it, and I would. Enough email. Let's take one last break. Still to come. The Jets reportedly say see you to Zach Wilson.
And Rafael Nadal, is he still a thing? Returns to the court tomorrow against an unusual opponent. I did call you. I said, did you at least stop at NASCAR? You said no.
It's okay for you to say you talked to Michael Jordan. It's okay. People know you talked to Michael Jordan.
A source close to.
Yeah. Happy time, people. Happy 38th birthday, Marshawn Lynch. He's in 1,000 commercials. Everybody loves him now. Had the Seahawks handed him the ball instead of having Russell Wilson pass it against the Patriots, they'd likely have won a second Super Bowl. Beast Mode was a 5-time Pro Bowler and the NFL's rushing touchdowns leader in 2013 and 2014. His 12 postseason touchdowns are tied for 4th all-time with Hall of Famers Terrell Davis and John Riggins. Lynch's 8th all-time in postseason rushing yards, 17th all-time in career rushing touchdowns, 29th all-time in career rushing yards with over 10,000. Wilbon, should he be in the Hall of Fame?
Tony, a lot of those numbers work in his favor. I'm sitting there going, wow, these are impressive numbers, maybe so, and he should have had a second Super Bowl. But the 29th all-time is what probably works against him. So I'm glad I'm not in that room anymore voting like I did for 10 years. That's a tough call.
Happy anniversary, Sam Bradford. On this day 14 years ago, Bradford was the overall #1 pick in the draft. The Rams gave Bradford a 6-year contract worth a maximum of $86 million, with a then NFL record $50 million guaranteed. Bradford made over $78 million on this deal, despite missing a season and a half due to injury and compiling a 25-27-1 record in those 6 years. The 2011 collective bargaining agreement drastically reduced salaries for first-round picks, imposing a rookie wage scale. That year's #1 pick, Cam Newton, signed a contract worth $37 million. This is why the presumptive #1 pick this year, Caleb Williams, won't be cashing in like Bradford.
Tony, you know what's fascinating, though, is that Bradford, he never had a winning record, even a season, but he had 103 touchdown passes to only 61 interceptions, and he completed 62% of his passes. You go back some years, and you know this. I mean, guys like, even the great Terry Bradshaw, he would kill for those numbers. Nobody had those numbers
Yes.
years. So do the numbers lie? Yeah, I think they do. But, it's going to be very different. And he got the big payday. Ha, ha, ha. You can say that. Holding that over everybody else.
Quarterbacks in the 60s and 70s, they had much closer ratios between touchdown passes
they
and
threw the ball
interceptions.
down the field. No swing passes.
They did.
And yards after catch with
They
2
did.
yards behind the line of scrimmage screens.
They did. A melancholy trails to Roman Gabriel. This quarterback, who was NFL MVP in 1969 and who still holds the Los Angeles Rams record for passing touchdowns, died over the weekend at 83. Gabriel, a 2-time ACC Player of the Year at NC State, was the second overall pick by the Rams in the 1962 NFL Draft. He was also first overall by the Oakland Raiders of the rival AFL. The 6'5" Gabriel, it was big then, signed with the Rams and played his first 11 seasons there, then 5 more in Philadelphia. Gabriel flourished under George Allen with the Rams, going 41-11-4 for Allen in their final 4 seasons together. After retiring, Gabriel went into the booth for a while, then coached, and also acted in movies with John Wayne, Jackie Gleason, and Rock Hudson. Wilbon, he was on one of your favorite TV shows, Perry Mason.
I've seen that episode. I'm watching all these Perry Masons on Friendly TV. Roman Gabriel, when I was a kid, I liked him just because his name was so different for playing the position of quarterback. Roman Gabriel, when you're in the backyard and you're trying to throw like him, he really stood straight up and that right arm was high in the air. And he wore 18, which I don't know who else wore 18, but I think I know this. I think Caleb Williams is going to wear 18, which was his high school number. Not going to wear 13 until 18. And so that's appropriate. Okay. But Roman Gabriel, wow. Kids don't know him anymore. Yeah. They should.
What I remember most about Roman Gabriel was his size at 6'5". Yep. Everybody's 6'5" now. Brady's 6'5", Manning's 6'5". Everybody's 6'5" now. But back then, guys were 6 feet or 5'10" or 6'1". And Roman Gabriel stood out because he was 6'5". Let's go to the big finish if we can.
Do it.
NL Cy Young winner. Blake Snell gave up 5 earned over 4 2/3 innings on Friday. His ERA is now 11.57. Your thoughts?
I'm too old school. I'm not going to get worked up over numbers in mid-April. I can't do it. The NFL Network reports that the Jets are trading Zach Wilson to the Broncos. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it didn't work at all in New York. You know, he'll be closer to Provo where he played college football. It didn't work. Transfer news, Duke's Jeremy Roach to Baylor, Indiana State's Robbie Avila or Avila, I apologize, to St. Louis. Your thoughts?
Everybody transfers. Half Duke's roster, I think they got 7 kids in the transfer portal. That's all kids do. They wake up and say, oh, wait a minute, time to transfer today. 37-year-old Rafael Nadal will face 16-year-old, American Darwin Blanche in the Madrid Open tomorrow. Your prediction?
My prediction is that Darwin Blanche is going to get the thrill of his life being out there with one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Last one, Sixers at Knicks, game 2 tonight. Who got in this one?
I'm not taking the road team in this one, Tony. I mean, we don't know what's going to be going on with Embiid, and Maxey has an illness. I'm going to take your Knicks to go up